Hey Leo, welcome to Queen Airbender Tarot. Today we are going to do your first week of May general love reading. Now keep in mind, because these are general readings, they can't possibly apply to every single person watching. But if you would like a personal reading, the link and all the information is in the description box below. In case you're new to the channel, welcome. And in case you're returning, thank you for joining me again today. For all of the new viewers, I'm an intuitive reader. I read the traditional sense of the card, but more than anything, I'm always going to give you guys the messages that I pick up intuitively. I always charge both of my decks on top of crystal orgonite pucks. In doing so, it charges, balances, and aligns the energy for our reading. I also charge both decks on top of your own personalized astrological card. So again, this reading is for Leo, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus individuals, and I hope everyone's doing well. Currently, there are absolutely there's no reversals in either one of these decks. Now I'm going to tell you, I'm laughing because when I shuffle, I literally shuffle in between every single reading because I want to make sure all the cards are upright. I don't pay attention to how I put the cards, right? I don't pay attention to it at all, not even a little bit. And I'm doing readings for 12 different signs, so I don't even have time to just stop and look at it. Now I'm laughing because, okay, so first of all, when I was meditating over you guys' energy, the song that I heard was Next Lifetime by Erykah Badu. I'm going to leave the link to the song in the description box below so you can listen to it, follow your reading, because I feel like energetically something is going to resonate with you. I'm going to tell you already, this is a very strongly karmic soulmate based energy that I'm picking up for you guys. The first thing that stuck out in my head was when she said in a song, I guess I'll see you next lifetime. Maybe we'll be butterflies. Now, what's funny about that is I literally just got finished doing a Cancer reading. And Cancer had, at the very end, it was the King of Swords. And the King of Swords had on a crown that was made of butterflies. And then in the throne that the queen was sitting on, it was a huge butterfly in the throne. At the bottom of the deck, you have the Page of Cups. Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus. But I feel like, more so a Cancer energy. I feel like for a lot of you guys, you're in a cycle with someone who have very strong Cancer placements. It could be another water sign, but predominantly Cancer. For a lot of you guys, you're ending a cycle with that individual. And I know that because, like I said, the song, first of all, Next Lifetime. And then I literally heard Maybe We'll Be Butterflies. You want to go back and look at that Cancer reading, okay? Go ahead and listen to the Cancer reading. If this applies to you and you're dealing with someone who has strong Cancer sign placements, that definitely can tie into it, because Leo was all over from the very beginning of the reading. Leo was all over the Cancer's reading, okay? So as I stated, you have the Page of Cups at the bottom of the deck, and we know pages are about, they're communicators, and this communication is about, messages about love. You could be wanting to communicate to a water sign, Cancer specifically, or a water sign, Cancer specifically, could be wanting to communicate with you. It doesn't just have to be Cancer. It could be another water sign, but there's watery energy here. We're going to hold it down randomly and get an additional message. Look, I cannot make this up. So literally, right after you have this Cups energy, which I said I'm picking up this watery Cancer energy, you have your card, the Strength card. And if you look at that, this lion looks so weary and he looks fearful, and it almost looks like, it looks like he's sad and he's not ready for whatever is moving forward. And I'm telling you, if you see the stars in the background, this kind of looks like an angelic energy to me. It's like, I guess I'll see you next lifetime. This is making me think, behind the background, it's making me think of like galaxies. Like, you and this person have had a strong connection at one point, but it's time for you. I feel strongly for you. It may be time for you to let this go, and you're not doing it willingly. And that's why the universe has to step in. You see how she has the chains around a lion's neck. Again, it's not me choosing to say this way, but this is your card, right? And it's like, it's almost like I'm hearing they have to make you drag ass because you're not wanting to move forward. Some of you all feel like this person is your life partner, but I feel like the universe is telling you otherwise, like it's time for you to move out of this cycle. As we part the deck so we can shuffle Two of Pentacles, a choice had to be made. A choice needs to be made. I feel like for a lot of you guys, you're wanting to reconcile with someone from your past, but I don't feel like the universe is going to support that. Because, you have the Ace of Swords. That's clarity. Cutting through the bullshit, okay? And that's why the Two of Pentacles is in reverse, because Two of Pentacles upright is somebody who needs to make a decision. In reverse, Something had to be cut out in order for a decision to indefinitely be made. You guys definitely want to go look at that Cancer reading. And if you don't know about this person's placements, definitely. If you don't know about, sun, moon, rising signs, just listen to the Cancer reading, because some of the traits or characteristics that this person has might apply to the Cancer energy. You get what I mean? And then, as we parted to shuffle again, you have a Sun card again, your card in reverse. And then you have the Ace of Swords in reverse. This sword energy popped up a lot in the Cancer reading too. I feel like you and this individual are not communicating. And then when you do communicate, it's not in whole truth and whole clarity. The Ace of Swords is truthful, very truthful, and very clear and straight to the point. In reverse, it's some deceit, and it's some things that aren't being said, most definitely. And then definitely with this huge sword, you and this person are communicating, and I don't think you're happy about it, because now you had a Sun in reverse. The Sun is your card, That's the card of Leo. And even though it's in reverse, and I just seen the King of Cups, even though it's in reverse, the Sun card is still the most positive, card in the whole deck of tarot. So it's just right now, you're not very happy. With it being in reverse, and that's your energy, you're not very happy. But as you shuffle, we shuffled again, right? You have the Sun card upright right next to the... Yeah, you guys really need to watch the Cancer reading. Right next to this Page of Pentacles, and that popped up too. So you or this individual, and I feel strongly like it may be you, Leo, could have a earth sign placement: Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn, Sun, Moon, Rising, or Venus placement. Yeah, definitely. Because look, just as I shuffled again, now it's coming right on top of each other. And then look what we have again on the other side. Yeah, I feel like a lot of you guys could have some earthy placements in your chart. And then I just seen the Three of Swords, and that came out in their reading also. A lot of you guys, again, I'm going to say it doesn't just have to be Cancer, but a lot of you guys have someone who you're dealing with who has a very strong watery energy. Ten of Swords at the bottom of the deck, feeling heartbroken, feeling backstabbed, stabbed in the back, feeling betrayed. Some of you guys could be feeling like that, or this person could have been feeling like that about you. Let's get a general energy for Leo, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus individuals. What is the general energy? Yeah, Eight of Cups. You seen it. Eight of Cups walking away. And then you see how he's looking at the moon. Again, that, moon, Cancer, right? Cancer is ruled by the moon. And you see how he's looking at the moon. Like, and he's not really moving. But it's like he knows that he has to move on. And even though this is a cup card, you see how he's holding that wand. You are a wand. You are a fire sign, so you're a wand. And this person is looking at the moon. I feel like this is you trying to decide if you really want to walk away. Because I feel like for a lot of you all, you don't want to walk away. And I know that because you see how in the beginning we seen the Strength card. And he or she literally was having to be dragged away from each other. I'm going to tell you also, with Leo being a sun, right? And Cancer being a moon, especially if you're dealing with a water sign. First of all water signs they don't have, planetary wise, all of them aren't ruled by the moon, but the moon governs over emotions, and water signs are more emotionally based energies. I feel like you both felt like you guys were life partners, because the Sun and Moon, how can they not be compatible? How is that not the case? But keep in mind, you have more than just a sun sign. You have rising, Moon, Venus, Mars. You have different placements that plays a role. Knight of Pentacles at the bottom of the deck. More earth sign energy. It plays a role, and I feel like you guys came back together as a Sun and Moon energy, but it was more so a karmic energy for a lot of you all. Okay. Two of Wands need to make, yeah, wow. This is you, definitely. You have, and I just said that you have the Eight of Cups, and then you have the Two of Wands. Need to make a decision about whether or not you want to walk away. I also want you to pay attention to this. Look at how this path looks. How it has like this little glass bottle. What is that? That sand bottle shape that looks like an 8. But then that 8 also is like the infinity symbol. And I feel like for a lot of you guys, you felt like this was a life partner, not somebody who is short term. I'm telling you, I feel like for a lot of you guys, you're not in connection with this person right now. Like you and this person aren't together in a relationship, may not even be speaking. At the bottom, again, and we just seen the Ten of Swords, right? Again, somebody felt stabbed in the back. I feel like if this person walked away from you, you felt stabbed in the back, and then I felt like this person felt stabbed in the back by you and they had to walk away from you. You would know how this scenario applies to you. Somebody felt stabbed in the back, because we just seen this card twice in two completely different decks, right? So let's just part random and get additional messages. Yep. Ten of Pentacles. You and this person could have lived together. And when you see this card, you have two people talking here, and the female energy looks very unhappy. And it doesn't have to just be a female. If you're a male watching, this could apply to you also. She looks unhappy with whatever he's saying. Then you have a person in the background. I always see this as like a spirit guide, guardian, spirit energy watching over the union. But also, I'm going to tell you, for a lot of you guys, it could have been a third party. It could have been a third party that caused the breakup. Look at that. As we part the deck to shuffle, you got the Judgment card, Major Arcana. Somebody wants to bring something back from the dead. Somebody wants to reconcile and bring a situation back to life. And that could be what this conversation is about. Somebody's going to, and again, Pentacle energy. I feel like a lot of you guys, or the person who is your love interest, could have a earth sign placement. Again, that's Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus. There could be a child involved. You see there's a child right here in the corner. I'm looking at these two dogs, right? You see how they're looking at this person right here, almost like they're guarding, because the child is behind this woman figure. So, you know, I feel like these dogs are guarding whoever this is, keeping a watchful eye. If this is not like spirit energy, it's almost like, because one of these dogs has an interesting face, almost like he's kind of scowling a little bit. And I'm going to tell you also what I'm picking up, like, is two dogs and there's two pentacles right next to two dogs. I said this even in the Cancer reading, that there's the energy that you and this person could have broken up 2 months ago. Or may have tried to reconcile 2 months ago or 2 weeks ago. Yeah, definitely could have tried to reconcile with the Judgment card. And if you notice right here, there's multiple beings, but just 1, 2, 3 that's close to us. I'm telling you, I feel like there's a third party situation, but also you see how there's two bigger people, and then there's a small one right here. It makes me think there's a child involved. There's a child involved right here. You and this person can have a child, or one of you can have a child outside of your guys' relationship, but this person is like a, you know, like you treat this person, or you feel like this child is yours. Now you have the Judgment card reverse. Like I said, I don't feel like there's going to be a reconciliation. I don't. But somebody definitely is thinking about this a lot, right? Because now you had a Seven of Pentacles. This is where somebody has been building on, but things have died off between you. You have these green leaves, and right in between them you have these brown leaves. And this person still is holding on to hope that there's a possibility for a reconciliation, because you got one pentacle right at his feet. Like they feel like it's one more chance to build, and they're thinking about it. And I feel like this is you, because look at that. He's holding that wand again. I really feel like this is you, fire sign. And, you know, because look at that. You're needing to make a choice. I feel like for a lot of you guys, you want to move forward with this person, but you're fearful that it won't happen. And especially if you're dealing with a water sign, it's like this water sign may be thinking about walking away also, because this is a water sign cup, you know, a cup card. This person could be hesitant to move towards you, because if you look at the cards, both of them, their backs are facing us. So, you know, there's a level of uncertainty, unsureness, you know, look at that. And then you have the World card. You know, that's the ending and beginning of a cycle. I feel like for a lot of you guys, you're going to choose. If you hear that noise in the background, I live right in front of a train station, so you have to forgive the noise. I feel like for a lot of you guys, a new cycle is, I can't make this up. For a lot of you guys, and I said earlier with that ace that we kept seeing, some deceitful conversations, some things that are not known. With that World card, what I was just seeing, that I feel like somebody is deciding to move on into a new cycle in life. There's not a strong energy of trust between you and this individual. But again, I'm getting this two, okay? You got the Two of Wands here. And then even though this is the Seven of Swords, it's two swords right behind them. Then you got the Two Wands right here. Like I said, you could have tried to reconcile with this person 2 months ago, 2 weeks ago. You guys could have separated during this time 2 months ago, 2 weeks ago. But, you know, the trust wasn't there. The trust was lost. Someone doesn't trust the individual, you know. The trust is lost in this situation with you and this individual. And then you have 2 7 energies. Now you had a 7 of Cups in reverse. Like I said, I feel like somebody was keeping options open. Somebody was entertaining other people, I feel like, definitely. Because now you had a Seven of Cups. The Seven of Cups upright is about, you know, having multiple options, multiple choices to choose from. But it's in reverse, which lets me know that a person is no longer feeling that way. But I feel like if you and this person try to reconcile, the trust is gone between you and this individual. The trust is gone. Even if you and this person decide to reconcile, it's going to be it could be very difficult because, okay, that fell on the floor. I don't take anything that falls on the floor. I feel like there's going to be a lack of trust because so many things have happened in the past with you and this individual. Look at that. I cannot make this up. The Fool card in reverse. Yeah. This is very powerful. You have the Fool card in reverse, and then right next to it, you have the Seven of Swords. Like I said, if you try to reconcile, because the Fool card is about taking a leap of faith. If you try to reconcile with this person, it's not going to work out well. Because as the cards, look at this. The Seven of Swords is going in the direction of the Fool card. And you see how the Fool card is facing? It's facing, looking in the direction of the Seven of Swords. I feel like if you try to reconcile with this person, it's not going to be fruitful. It's not going to be positive because too much has happened in the past in this situation. Now, in a Fool card, if you look right here, there's a dog right here. Remember when I seen the Ten of Pentacles, there was those two dogs, and you see how this dog is jumping up and kind of barking. I'm telling you, I feel like now that I'm seeing this, I'm feeling like you're getting warnings come towards you. These dogs are like barking at you. You know how if a dog sees somebody approaching a home that they don't know or they don't trust and their energy is off, the dogs will start barking and start acting a certain way to raise the alarm. You or this person, this alarm is going off that if you try to move forward, it's not going to be positive. Your general energy is the Eight of Cups, clarified by the Seven of Cups. Like I said, look at that. The Seven of Swords. The Seven of Swords is walking in the direction of the Eight of Cups, saying like, you know, if you don't move forward and move away from this, which you're needing to, because we've seen the World card, you need to move away into another cycle. If you try to stick this out and walk and reconcile with this individual, it's such a heavy energy of deceit that I don't feel like you two will trust each other. It's going to be difficult to reconcile. And do you hear this noise? As I'm saying that, didn't I just say with the dog, like alarm? You're getting alerts, alarms. Like, this is signs for you all that literally, For your possible outcome, you had a Two of Wands, clarified by the Fool. So you're needing to take a choice about whether or not you're going to move forward, and then how much clearer can this be with the Fool card? No, they're saying no, don't move forward into this. I'm telling you right now, if you're dealing with a water sign, Cancer specifically, doesn't have to be Cancer, but a water sign specifically, and you're thinking about reconciling with this individual, it's not looking like that's going to be prosperous. It looks like this situation was karmic, and definitely with the World card, because that's like a new cycle, right? And I just said that earlier with the World card that we just seen with the pre-shuffle. It's time for you to go into another cycle, because this was karmic. Like this really can't get any clearer. Like, you have to walk away from that. It's time for you to walk away from that, because that's done and over with. But I don't feel like it's a negative thing. I feel like both parties are open to moving away anyway. You know, they're moving because, like I said, their backs are facing us, which means they're done with something from the past anyway. They're just needing to move forward into the future. They're just indecisive about it. You don't see any cards like the Ten of Swords didn't pop up. We've seen it in the pre-shuffle, but they're not here on the table. So it's not like anybody's still holding on to the energy. Both of you all are walking away, but you're kind of, or ready to walk away, but you're just indecisive. There's indecision. Because both of these people are at standstill. He can't choose which path to take, and this person isn't actually walking, they're just looking at the moon. They're indecisive. The moon is about indecision, subconscious, things unseen, things unknown. And keep in mind, you are the sun, you know, in tarot, Leo is the sun. There's a sun right here. And it's in this card, the Fool card. So it's much more than likely you, the Leo, was thinking about taking a leap of faith again into this relationship. And just as I said at the time, in 1933. So some of you guys want to Google angel number 1933. The messages are very clear here that if you're trying to reconcile with this person, it wouldn't be the most positive thing. And there's something else on your path, because even though the Fool card is in reverse, you know, the Fool card, major arcana, right? And there's 78 cards in both of these decks. So for it to pop up, there's still something future looking for you, but it isn't this situation. And if you decide to go with a past situation, you won't get this new start with somebody else who is already on your path. Okay? So Leo, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus individuals, as always, I'm going to ask that you continue to like, share, and subscribe. And until next time, take care. Bye.